So, welcome very much to Terra State Community College. My name is Corey Stein. I'm the Executive Director of the Terra College Foundation. So, on behalf of Dr. Ron Schumacher, our President, and our Board of Trustees, we are thrilled to be able to host this announcement today with all the partners in economic development. It means a great deal to this college and the employers that we serve and everyone in the audience here that these types of events occur. And we thank you for all your services and the employers that are bold enough to grow our community. So thank you so much, and it's my pleasure now to introduce Mike J., Director of Strategic Networks of the Regional Growth Partnership. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It really is a pleasure for me to be here today to welcome you to this celebratory event. My name is Mike J. I'm the Director of Strategic Networks for the Regional Growth Partnership. RGP is a private regional economic development group and a network partner of Jobs Ohio, and we work very closely with the local economic development practitioners and other stakeholders within a 17-county territory of Northwest Ohio. We received word recently from Site Selection Magazine that they released their top micropolitan communities for 2021. A community is considered a micropolitan when their primary city is between 10,000 and 50,000 in population. The rankings are also based on the number of projects that meet a certain threshold requirement. On behalf of my colleague Chase Eikenberry, who's next door right now on the Zoom meeting, but she'll be over here shortly, and the rest of the RGP staff, we are happy to announce that Fremont in Sandusky County and Tiffin in Seneca County tied for the ranking of number 10 within a nationwide pool of over 550 micropolitan communities. We just want to say congratulations on your success, and we certainly look forward to continuing to work with you to achieve even greater things in 2022. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Beth Hannah, and I'm the Executive Director for the Sandusky County Economic Development Corporation. What a great day it is indeed, folks. Thank you so much for the wonderful announcement, Mike, and thank you to our neighbors, Seneca County, for being here to share in the excitement of our number 10 award in the country. Sandusky County continues to be named to Site Selection Magazine's Top 20 Micropolitans. In 2018, we were awarded number 19, in 2019, 14, in 2020, number 7, and now this year at number 10. And this is not by accident. By virtue of our location, our great infrastructure, and our hardworking people, Sandusky County is a prime location to do business. Thank you to all the companies that choose to call Sandusky County home and continue to invest here in Sandusky County. We had several projects throughout 2021 that qualified for the Governor's Cup. Those projects occurred in Sandusky Township, the City of Fremont, and the City of Clyde. Today, you will get a chance to hear from the representatives from those areas. And first up, I have Mayor Sanchez with the City of Fremont. Mayor Sanchez.
Thank you, Beth. Coming up here today when we got the phone call that we were selected in the top 10, it was a great honor and a great privilege. And as an elected official, being here with some of my colleagues and our community partners, these are the fun times as elected officials that we get to stand up at the podiums and really tout our success in our communities. It's great to be here with with my friend Mayor Motz from Tiffin and all of our colleagues from Seneca County. We're all working really, really hard to continue to make our county, Sandusky County, and I know they are, and Seneca County, the best counties we can be. And we don't really see each other as competition. We understand the vision for this Sandusky, Seneca County area. We understand the impact that this has on on all of us, especially just being able to utilize, just one example is the Sandusky River that really connects us, and being able to utilize the river with our economic development impact it has on that. But, you know, it's just nice to be up here today, and I just want to thank, obviously it's an opportunity just to thank the people that are really out doing the work. First and foremost, I want to thank our businesses in our community, Amcor, Alcon, Great Lakes Community Action Group, Green Bay Packaging, and Heinz, and all of our other local businesses who have made significant investments in our community. So I don't know if those folks are here today, but let's give them a round of applause. Those are the true leaders in our community. I think 2022 is just going to be another exciting year as we continue to address our workforce issues throughout our community, working with our educational leaders. Obviously, we're very blessed to have Terra State Community College as community partners. Vanguard Career Tech Center is here today, and they're just huge partners to helping address our workforce issues in our community. Bob Gross, the City of Fremont Economic Development Director, and Beth Hannah, I really want to just give you two a really recognizable shout out. Just, you know, it seems like a short time ago, I guess it's been almost 6 years ago, but I just remember, you know, having the meetings with our teams and Angie Morlock and all of our community partners to just get out and really get out on these business retention and expansion visits and find out what the true needs are of our community partners. And it's nice to be there with Chase, who I don't know if Chase is in the room yet. Chase, who was there from the very beginning. You know, I had the privilege to sit at the table with all of you, and just to sit at the tables and start those relationships and just ask our businesses, what is it that the City of Fremont and Sandusky County can do for you? And really, that's our job as elected officials, is to serve our community and serve our businesses, rather than us asking them what they can do for us. But just going there and sitting at the table and just saying, what is it that we could do for you? And those conversations start, you know, simply by just sitting across the table, having the meetings, one-on-one meetings with our elected officials, our state rep Gary Click, our county commissioners who have just been great community partners, and our state senator Bill Bernicke, who's here today. It's just been a great honor and a privilege to work throughout this last year with all of you. You've all been a phone call away. And again, thank you to everyone who's helped keep Sandusky County on the map. And I'm really excited that we're going to have some big news to announce soon here in Sandusky County. And there's going to be a lot more to come. So we're getting through this pandemic, and a lot more work still needs to be done. I don't really like to just settle for less, right? None of us do, so we're going to continuously working hard. So thank you for the time today, and I appreciate everyone's efforts.
Thank you, Mayor Sanchez. Next up, we have Vice Mayor Chris Shea with the City of Clyde. Chris, would you like to come forward?
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'm going to keep to my notes. I have a tendency to go down rabbit holes. This keeps me under control. Anyway, I do appreciate being here. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Shea. I am Vice Mayor for City of Clyde. I have the privilege to stand in for our mayor, Mr. Brent Stanley. Unfortunately, he can't be here today. He's got other commitments with his full-time job. As the City of Clyde has what we call a city manager charter. And what that means is we have 5 council members that are elected. And among those 5 council members, we then select who we want representing us ourselves as mayor and vice mayor. I drew the short stick. The City of Clyde, as well as the surrounding communities, work very well together to establish and maintain quality place for business and industry, tourism, and general quality of life. Our location in Northwest Ohio affords us a great opportunity to growth for business and industry. We are blessed to be within close proximity of the lake, the Ohio Turnpike, as well as the county airport. The City of Clyde takes a proactive approach to building and owning and maintaining its energy, communications, water, and wastewater infrastructure. Among other things, Clyde is home to a 20-acre, 3.6 megawatt solar array with single-axis trackers. Renewable energy opportunities will continue to be investigated and vetted for additional financial and resiliency benefits. We continue to look for opportunities to be proactive in assisting companies interested in our area. Currently, we are looking into building a spec building for any possible future use. The City of Clyde is grateful to companies like Evergreen Plastics and Whirlpool for their continued investment in our economic development. They have been fantastic corporate citizens, and we are very proud of their commitment to the city. We are also excited for the opportunities provided for our small businesses, such as Eye Candy Custom Cycles, Blue Collar Bistro, and Ohio Truck Sales, just to name a few. The City of Clyde remains committed to working with Sandusky County to strengthen our economic growth and prosperity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is David Zach. I'm president and CEO of the Tiffin Seneca Economic Partnership. And when we got the email late on Friday, Beth Hannah and I, that this great announcement was coming down the pike, we got together and said, you know what, we want to do this, and we don't want to speak. We want to let the people that support us and create the collaborative infrastructure that allows us to do what we do and be successful, because it is truly a team. And we know that team extends beyond also our individual county boundaries. And we have people representing the district, and I think Terra State is a great place to hold it. See Vanguard Sentinel as well, so really appreciate you. I think it's entirely appropriate that RGP is here, because what an amazing state partner. And Mike is kind of the epitome of this event, right? So first economic development director for the city of Fremont, 22 years. He is with RGP a long time, and then he was also with Terra State. So it's like a trifecta of, he's like the epitome of this. And speaking of the epitome of somebody who I feel is a visionary leader, is the mayor of the city of Tiffin, who's been in that role for a little over 10 years, has won the respect of governors and elected to the Ohio Sentencing Commission, but also serves on a variety of different capacities, including being on our board and serving on our downtown committee to make things happen. So under his leadership, as well as many, many other partners in the last several years, since 2014 or so, 2,400 jobs and $500 million in investment. That doesn't come by accident. That comes through strong leadership at the local, the city level, the county level, the state level, and the federal level. So I am very pleased and honored to welcome Tiffin Mayor Aaron Montz to make some comments.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. This is an exciting day for Seneca and Sandusky counties and our communities, respectively. But, you know, you look at Ohio's history of being a manufacturing center, and we're back. Ohio is back like we have never been before. I don't think anyone can really call us any longer part of the Rust Belt, because the rust has been shaken off as our communities continue to develop. And I know they're not here today, but we also have to give thanks to the city of Findlay and Hancock County, who placed first in the nation once again with this. This little area of Ohio, is there another area in this country with micropolitans like our communities are that have seen this level of investment and job creation? I don't think you can find it anywhere on the micropolitan level in this country between these three counties. And the reason for that, of course, is not because of Mayor Montz. It's not because of TSEP. It's because of our people that are out there at our businesses that are developing and creating new products, signing new contracts. David and his team, of course, have a lot to do with this. The City Hall and my City Council, of course, weigh in on this. Thank you, RGP, and everything that they have done. But it's folks like Andrew Cownow sitting in the audience today, who owns National Machinery, our largest employer, that continues to invest in his business. It's places like Toledo Mold and Dye, which is now known as Grammar, American Fine Center, TH Plastics and American Plastics in Tiffin. Those are the businesses that are continuing to expand and bring jobs here to the Tiffin and Seneca County area. And I also want to thank Mayor Keckler and the folks in Fostoria. We never want to forget our neighbors just to the west. A lot of investment has happened in that city. They recently completed spec buildings as well as bringing in additional jobs. The city of Tiffin recently filled our spec building, and we're in the process of working with a private developer to put up yet another spec building that will be ready for occupation here soon. Just exciting times, and it's because all of these players of this area of central Northwest Ohio continue to drive economic development. I recall when I was first elected, I was first running for office 11 years ago, stating that economic development was going to be one of the primary focal points of my administration. And I think it's safe to say that we have delivered on that. Jobs are aplenty. In fact, if I ask any of you manufacturers who are in the room today, you're probably going to tell me your biggest struggle now is actually finding employees. So we'd, of course, rather be in that position versus where we were 11, 12 years ago during the Great Recession. But Ohio is back in Northwest Ohio, Tiffin, Fremont, Clyde, Fostoria. We're helping lead that charge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Matz. Moving right ahead to the county leaders, I would like to introduce the president of the Sandusky County Commissioners, Scott Miller, to come up to the podium and speak on behalf of the commissioners. And I warned Scott as a little joke, I do have a trapdoor for him because Mr. Shea, you said you get down a rabbit hole. Mr. Miller may have you beat, so I got the trapdoor ready for you, sir. Please come forward.
If you could just lower the lights and drop the screen, I would. It's such a pleasure for Sandusky County, the three commissioners, Charles Schwokel, Russ Zimmerman, I lost him, he's someplace, there he is in the back, and myself to be part of this. It isn't a singular event for any one person or group, as we pointed out by many of the people who have spoken so far. It's a team effort, and we certainly include Seneca County as part of our team. We include all the cities and villages in between and all the people that can't be here today, obviously. But it's a team effort from large and small to make what has become number 10, tied with Tiffin, is pretty impressive. And to have a continued leadership in metropolitans of all those that apply that only hope to be in the top 100, to be in the top 10 consistently is pretty impressive. We're in a great spot in Ohio. All you have to do is take a look at the map. We're close to the lake as noted before. We have major highways, we have railroad, and we have airports. We can move product in and out and help develop any company, large or small. And those that have been here know it. They reinvest repeatedly. You can see it in companies from east to west, north and south, in Seneca County as well. And we can go to Hancock County and Fostoria, or Fostoria, Findlay. They too help us all benefit from the growth that we have here in this area. By no means should we ever take it for granted. It takes a lot of hard work, and we expect everyone to help out in some fashion and way, and they do. And when we ask for that help, we get it. Just this past week, I was able to have lunch with Senator Bernicke, Representative Clyde, and wholeheartedly they listen. They help where they can, and I know they'll be there in the future. We all can depend on our local environment, our local economies, and our local people to help us. And look forward to another top 10 next year. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce the next representative of our community, Tony Paradiso, who is the president of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners. He joined in 2019, and he is a serial entrepreneur and business owner, and serves on many local causes, including the Heidelberg University Board of Trustees. Just have a servant's heart and a passion for people.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Thank you. So a tie is like kissing your sister, right? Where you at? You know, I was sitting back there and I had a couple thoughts. I've been a commissioner 2.5 years, and I've really grown to appreciate where we live and all the assets around us and all the people that we get to work with. And so I just wrote down a few things while I was sitting there. As county commissioners, we work together on the solid waste district. We have a joint mental health district. We're involved in Region 17 and our opioid task force. We share Tara, which is awesome. We share a representative and a senator, and we're a lot alike, even schools. You know, if you live in a lot of Seneca County, you go to school in Lakota or in Clyde or in Old Fort. You know, it's really interesting how we're all kind of common. So I think it's really exciting that we celebrate this together. And I'm glad the mayor brought up Fostoria. We've had a tremendous relationship with Fostoria against all odds, and maybe against the worst of city within our two counties. They've just done a tremendous job with FEDC and their leadership and what they do. And so, we just appreciate that, and we're glad to be part of it. I think one specific initiative that the commissioners took, and we partnered with TCEP on this and others, we formed a broadband task force in our county. And it was interesting. The school superintendents, the township trustees, the villages, we had a lot of turnout. And of course, we had all the carriers, Bascom Phone, Sycamore Phone, Spectrum, and everybody got in a room. David, you did a nice job with that. The commissioners funded a study that's being kicked off next week, and we're really looking forward to that. And so one of the ways we can expand jobs and keep people here, not only is housing, but to have good broadband throughout the county, because there are rural areas, right? So we're pretty proud of that, and I'm looking out at Sentinel Vanguard. How lucky are we to have all this, So we celebrate this together. Regional Growth Partners, everybody that's here, thank you very much, and look forward to next year. What are we doing next year, David? Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next up, we have State Representative Gary Click. If you would like to step forward to the podium. Thank you, sir.
How did we get here? It wasn't by accident, it was by intent. There are leaders in our community who, on purpose, make these things happen. Now, with all due respect to Mayor Sanchez, who said there's no competition between him and Mayor Motts, there is. But it's a good competition. It's a good rivalry. And I talked to both of these guys, and wait till I tell Danny, or wait till I tell Aaron this, and so forth.
You created for us.
I do like to stir up strife once in a while. But yes, with a spoon, a shovel, whatever it takes. But I'm telling you, really what it is they encourage each other. They look and see what each one's doing and say, we can do that here and we can do that over there. And it's really, this happens on purpose because of good, solid leadership like Mayor Motts, like Mayor Sanchez, and the teams that they build around them with, Bob Gross, and Dale Thornton, and so many others, the city councils, and working together collaboratively, trying to make things happen. It happens with people like Beth Hannah and David Zach, who are getting involved and getting engaged. Our local educational institutions, great to see you here today, Greg, Corey, all that you do here at Tara, and Tiffin University, Heidelberg. And really what I see is this great collaboration. It's not just one person that deserves the credit for this. Our county commissioners in both counties are excellent. Whenever I'm in Seneca, I tell them they're my favorites. When I'm in Sandusky County, I tell them they're my favorites, and that's how I got elected. But the reality is, I love them all. And everyone, when I sit and talk across the table, just like Scott and I had lunch yesterday, we just sit and I hear and I see that vision for making a difference in our community. But, governments don't grow businesses. It's the business leaders. It's the people who put that risk in and who are willing to take that chance and invest. And that's our part, is to get government out of the way and to kind of create that fertile soil so that businesses and entrepreneurs can do the things that they do the best. And that's why I admire Senator Bernicke so much. And it's a pleasure to follow in his footsteps and to learn from him as a business leader in our community who's now in government trying to make things happen the way that they should. And then our business leaders who just go in there, take that risk, but then it also just boils down to the everyday person. And I think in some sense we all see ourselves as everyday people and just the regular person. And then we saw a place where we could get in and make a difference, and so we jumped in there. But really, it's the people that just show up to work every day and work hard in these businesses, in these factories, in these retailers, and work hard, show up, give their best, go home, and then spend their money locally back in these businesses. That's what really makes a difference. And I was so excited when I got that text that said that we were tied for number 10. Although I don't like that analogy about kissing your sister. But it's almost like, as a state rep having, 2 different counties, it's like, which one's your favorite, And honestly, I love both counties, and I love the people in both counties. But when I look at number 10, and by the way, we do this year and year and year again. And it's because of the leadership. It's all the people in this room that are making the difference. But when I look at 10, that just tells me that there's 9 more steps to go. And I believe that there's the talent, the skill, the intent, the purpose, and the power to accomplish that sitting right here in this room. So what I want to do is I want to thank every one of you today for how you invest in our community. You're the best, and I'm privileged to work with you. God bless you.
Thank you, Gary. It's great to hear these leaders talk from the heart, talk with their passion for this place, for Seneca and Sandusky counties. And it's my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce Bill Bernicke, who joined the Ohio General Assembly in 2015. Was a highly successful community leader and business owner, Bernicke Family Dealerships going back to 1960. Been a leader in his industry. And what we found, like with everybody in this room, he's a leader among leaders. And his passion for downtown and the arts, workforce development, and economic development finds good company with all the people who are here today. So without further ado, Bill.
So I just have a couple thoughts, but first of all, thank you to everybody in the room because this is all about all of us working together. So a couple thoughts that come to my mind are years ago, we set out to plan our work and we have worked our plan. And that is so significant in all of the different things that we've done throughout the communities. Nobody said it today. What's my favorite word? Collaboration. So, and that has been the success of what we've been able to do, I think, at the State House because we have all got to work together. This isn't about any individual. It's about all of us together. And then just the other thing that I would like to say is one of the things that's motivated me from day one, my frustrations, why I got into government, but we are relative to the whole state. This presents our relevance to who we are, and what we're all about, and all of the other great things that we're going to accomplish in the future. So congratulations to everybody, and thank you.
So Beth and I just want to thank you all for coming. Thank Terra State for hosting. Anything else you'd like to say before we adjourn?
Yes, thank you again, Terra State, and most of all, thank you to the companies. I know Andrew's here, and on behalf of all the companies of Sandusky and Seneca counties, we again thank you for choosing your home to be in these counties and for continuing to invest. Thank you.